Hello everybody, here we are back again, and this time we'll be working for 3 hours continuously on this Excalidraw project, and let's see how much we can cover today. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be going on. By the way, this is gonna be pretty much interesting. I'm myself excited a lot to just add more features, because by adding the features, we are not just adding the features over here, we are actually learning the stuff. That is the thing. So first of all, let's get thing right. First of all, let's fix this particular problem. Like whenever I click that should be highlighted. Whenever I click Shahed, then that should not be highlighted, so that I can just make sure that that is selected or something. It can be like that as for selecting thing is concerned, so highlighted means selected, that particular thing is selected, that is right. And as long as that is selected, let me make sure whether I'm audible or not. I hope I'm audible. Okay, so I'm audible. What now? Right now, let's cancel this one. Ultimately, highlighted means what? Highlighted means selected, that is selected. Whether I'm drawing or not, that doesn't matter. That is selected, and if that is selected, that should be, that must be like that. Okay, when that should not be selected, when I click out in the screen, or when I select another shape, in that case it should happen. That means slowly my mind is working, slowly never mind. Let's continue. Let's keep it here actually. So what I want, let's close everything, and the thing is that on pointer up, I am saying that the value of, where is on pointer up, this is pointer up. Over here what I'm saying, over here I'm saying the selected shape is null. I don't want to make it null, rather I want to make it just like this. Let's see what happens. Let's refresh the page, let's select it, and it becomes like this. Okay, there are some other things. There is when I use up, the shape gets saved, but the thing is that when I say up, if there is no shape, what happens? When I say up, and if there is a where is up? Up is here, and what am I doing here? If is dragging is true and this dot is selected shape exists, in that case I'm saving the shape, edit shape. So I'm editing the shape when the shape actually exists. If that does not exist, then I'm not doing this. But the thing is that as soon as I click, okay, I clicked, dragging is true, and the shape also got selected. When up happened, what needs to be done? First of all, when up happened, dragging is still true. Yes, selector shape ID is true as well. So ultimately I'm sending the data to the database even though the data is empty. I hope so. Let's check this thing out. Here here network and socket messages I'm gonna be watching. Let's click on token. If I clicked something, let's go to payload, messages. Okay, I clicked something, and then here we are. As expected, what is happening over here? The request is actually going. What it contains? It contains that particular circle is something that it contains. But this is not what I want. But it is happening. I'm sending the data. I'm sending the radius. What all? Can I see it? I can't. But I can definitely see it in the database, like in the backend where I'm sending it. Definitely, right? So let's go there. The thing is that like working like this, we have to learn the things, learn the stuff. Okay, so let's continue from here on. Let me put my glasses as well. This is the thing that I got over here. Ultimately shape is update, that is great. This is the shape that I'm getting, and this is the room ID that I'm getting. Ultimately I'm getting the stuff over here, and this stuff is getting saved in the database. It's actually changing that, but this is something that is already happening. Once I click it, then mouse up happens. So should it happen? It should definitely happen. Even if I didn't move anything, that should definitely happen. If it is happening, that is a good thing. That's amazing. What is the next thing that we need to focus on? we are saving it when if this dot is dragging is true, okay, and this dot selected shape ID is this, great, and then I'm making this dot is dragging false over here when this thing actually happens, and that is great. But when it comes to highlighting the shape, I don't wanna do that. Like whenever I'm rendering that, let's go to the render shape. Over here what I'm doing while rendering the stuff over here, ellipse is here, okay, great. Rendering is not something that I want, so let's forget about even rendering. So I should be worried about clear canvas, and clear canvas, inside that I'm calling highlight shape. So I should rather be worried about highlight shape. So here is highlight shape, and what am I doing inside this? Pretty simple. I'm checking if is dragging is true, that is true, and shape.id, this dot selected id, this is true, both the things are true, that is why it is happening. What I want is that it should highlight it. It should highlight the shape only if the shape is selected. If shape.id triple equals to this dot selector shape id, if the shape is selected, it should highlight the shape. Will it happen now? Let's see. Let's reload the page. I've got this stuff over here. Let's reload it again. Let's select this, and guess what? Here we've done it. This is amazing. Why? I selected the shape, it is highlighted. I'm moving it here and there, but it still has that color, and this functionality I wanted, right? And similarly, I can select this thing. But at a time you can select only one thing. So either you can select this, or you can select this, or you can select this, or you can select this text, or you can select this line, or you can select this rectangle. Anything you can select, but at a time you can select only one thing. When should I not select that? When should I deselect that? When I click outside. Is anything happening right now? No, nothing is happening. How am I going to make sure that when I click outside, at that time it gets deselected? So that is something that we have to do. By the way, this is just an amazing thing that we have done here over here, just with some changes. And the another thing is that I want to deselect that. Okay, for that thing, say tool is here. How am I going to implement that functionality? I have this selected shape ID here. Then I'm rendering the things. The next thing is that I wanna click somewhere. Okay, but what am I doing right now? I have these events. Where are the events even? The events are in the init section, not even here. The events are in the event init pointer handlers here, and then I have pointed down. I have these events. What event I want to have? I want to have an event called click, and if I click on that event, if that event happens, for example, what event I want to have? I want to have this dot canvas. What am I getting over here? This dot what? This dot canvas, yeah. This dot canvas dot add event listener. I want to add an event listener that is gonna be click event listener. And what I want, when I click, I should get an event. What is the type of event going to be? I have no idea. But this is the click, handle click I will be handling. And even I can say that let's create a function for it. This dot handle pointer of handler, click handler. This is the handler that I'm creating, and let me create this handler over here. So click handler, that's gonna take an event, and the event is going to be mouse. Click can be anything, right? So it can be pointer event, click pointer event, that's okay. And what will happen? I just want to get the event, that's it. Let's see whether we can make it happen. And the another thing is that I want to destroy it to whenever the class get whenever the use state gets cleaned up. Okay, sorry, use effect gets cleaned up. For that thing I will have to write the same thing over here. So let's do it. This dot canvas dot remove event listener, remove event listener. And what will I be doing? I will have to remove the event listener when click happens. Pointer click. Do I have something called to pointer click? Pointer down. I already have that. Mouse I have mouse down, mouse left, mouse over and all, and then I have just click, and then what do I have to do? I have to remove this dot click handler. I'm removing it from here. I'm not sure whether it's gonna work, but I'll do my level best to make it work. So here we are. What is the next thing that we have to do? The next thing is pretty simple, that as soon as I click somewhere, I should get the event. And I'm gonna be doing this thing, event dot prevent. There was a property default prevented CLG clicked CLICKED. The thing is that right now doesn't matter where I click, that will be done. So let's see even this thing. Let's see it in action. I have console over here. Let's do it like this. If I click over here on the circle, it gets clicked. If I outside, it gets clicked. If I click on this, it gets clicked. So doesn't matter where I click, ultimately that is getting clicked. Yeah, this is something that's happening. What is my goal? My goal is that if I'm clicking on a shape, that should not be clicked. Let's even check the event, what kind of event I'm getting over here. So I'm going to have a look at the event and let's see whether I can figure out the things or not. So I clicked on this, I got this event. This is the pointer event, and when I clicked on that, what am I getting? Click window. I have to get to know about this thing. The question is simple. The question is this: if I click on the canvas, how do I differentiate that I clicked on the shape or the empty canvas? This is the thing that we have to figure out. So let's see if there is any way. We don't want the code, we just want the thought process, like okay, this is how you can get it done, that is it, and then I'll get it done. Even it's giving us the examples, that's great. Maintain your own list of shapes and run a hit test on click. If none match, you treat it as clicking on empty canvas. Okay, so store shapes in array. Const shapes is equal to this, where each shape has the type and data circle. Okay, something like this. On canvas click, get a click coordinates in canvas space. Get click coordinates in canvas space, accounting for both bounding rect and scale. Accounting for bounding rect and scale. Loop through shapes from last to first and run the right hit test. That's gonna be left greater than this, the right top circle. For this we already have all these things. Okay, the first shape that returns true is clicked. If the loop finishes with no hit, then the user clicked on an empty canvas. Okay, we don't have to look at the code, let's forget about that. We have got it quite well. What it is saying that you have to click, it's still going to be clicked, rather it's going to be pointer click. When pointer click happens, ultimately when click happens, what all we are getting? We are getting screen X and screen Y. Let's click on the other side and let's see the things that we are getting. When I do click thing, so at that time I am getting page X and page Y. That's great. I should be getting client X and client Y, 60, 80, and then over here 60, 87 to 722. That is great. So ultimately I'm getting this thing. Amazing. What else? I'm written is screen X and screen Y, but I'm going to be okay with this client X and client Y. What I'm going to do, once I got the starting point, what I'm saying that over here I got the coordinates, right? So const X and Y, I got these coordinates from the event. So event dot just event, and I will be getting them as client X and client Y. So ultimately I got the client X and client Y, but this is not enough. When it comes to getting client X and client Y, I want to get them respective to the canvas. They may not be respective to the canvas. How are we going to solve this problem? We have already solved it. This is the function that we have created it. It simply gets the boundings of the rectangle. It subtracts the left side, the extra left side and the extra top side, and it gives me the position respective to the canvas. So this thing is also done. So over here, instead of doing this thing, I will be just saying that give me X, give me Y with respect to what position. I will be giving it the event. Any problem? No problem as such. This is going to be a pointer event. Call it a pointer event, call it something else. You are just simply clicking. Clicking means pointer down. Both of them are the same thing. Let's see whether it is the same thing or not. CLG, I will be saying from click event. Okay, and the second thing, I have pointer down. I have to check whether both of them gets clicked at the same time or not, gets triggered at the same time or not. This is from the pointer. Okay, and let's check whether both of them gets triggered or not. Let's reload the page. Right now I click somewhere, pointer and click, ultimately both of them are the same thing. If both of them are actually the same thing, so why am I using this pointer thing separately? As simple as that. If this does the same job and this does the same job, so why not use that only? That means why not use pointer down, and I have to just see whether that belongs to that category or not. So okay, that's great. So even for getting this thing done, I'll have to go to init handlers, and let's remove this particular part. This is not needed anymore because we have another method, and let's remove it from destroy as well, so it will be removed like this. So this thing is done. What is the next step? I have to go to pointer down handler. I'm already getting X coordinate and Y coordinate. I have to check whether this I have clicked on a shape or not. Okay, how do I get it? How do I get the hit check? I already have a function called hit test. If I go to helpers, this is the helper function I have created. Over here, what am I doing? If I go to the top, this is the function that I created. What it does, it gets X, it gets Y, it gets the shape. Okay, and what it returns, it checks all the things and returns false if nothing happens. By the way, if I go to point in line, what does this do? Point in line simply returns if true, if that is true, if that hits. So ultimately what can I do? Inside this, over here, shape is null. When I click the pointer down, if that is selected, that is okay. If select is already done, if I'm clicking somewhere, that means I'm selecting, that is right. So pointer down will happen, and I have to just take steps only when I'm clicking somewhere. Great job. Over here I'm already checking. The good thing is that I'm already checking whether it hits or not. If it hits, then what will I do? If it actually hits, then I will say is dragging true. I will select the shape ID, something like that. If it doesn't hit, in that case what will I do? As simple as that. This dot selected shape ID will be back to null over here. Will this work? Let's see. Over here I reloaded the page, I got the stuff, I selected this. Well, there is nothing happening. Why nothing is happening right now? Okay, something is definitely happening, but not exactly what I want. So what can I do? Let's go back here and let's see what am I doing, because this else statement is actually causing the issue right now. Because if I refresh the page right now, I am actually able to do the things right now. Okay, this is the logic over here. What I want, that if it hits any shape, Okay, at that time what happens, I'm simply checking if it hits the check or not. If it is hitting any shape, I'm setting is dragging true. Amazing. I'm setting what I'm setting is dragging true, and this is okay, understandable. I'm setting the selected shape ID, and if it does not, then what am I doing? By the that's wrong. That's wrong. Sorry. Hit test means it can. Okay. Const is shape selected. By default it's going to be false over here. Why am I doing it? I'll let you know. So is say shape selected, that is false. Okay, once this thing is done, if the hit test passes, that means it's hitting that, it at that particular time I will make it is the shape selected, and this will be true, something like this, and I'm gonna be making it let. So this thing is a shape. What is the problem with this? But never mind. So this is the variable that I have. It simply checks whether the it hits something or not, and once this thing gets over, at that time here now I'm going to check if is shape selected. If shape is selected, in that case what will I be doing? I am simply setting the shape ID by default. If there is no shape selected at that particular time, I will say this dot is selected shape ID, and that is going to be null. I hope it's gonna work. Selected shape ID, and that's gonna be null when is a shape selected false in that particular situation. Let's see. Reload the page. I selected it. Okay, right now I selected another thing. At least something or the other is definitely selected. If I click outside in the empty canvas, what happens? It goes away. Oh, amazing! This is what we wanted. Didn't we? Right? So what is happening? I clicked on it. Okay, the color changes. I can move. After clicking it, I can move here and there. Okay, I'm moving it, and I can click the another shape as well. I can move that shape. I can move anything I want, and then what I'm doing, once I'm moving that, if I click in the empty canvas anywhere, gone. That means at time that thing is not selected. Right now that is selected, I'm moving. Right now I have selected something else, I'm moving, but when I click in the empty canvas, that is gone. So this is what we are doing over here. Amazing stuff. What is the next thing? The next thing is that I selected it. Once I selected it, what should I do? I want a delete option. Where should I have the delete option? How do I get the delete option over here? Let's go to, and now I'm going to implement a delete functionality. I should be able to delete the shapes, right? So let's go to Excalidraw and see exactly how the things are happening over there, and we'll try to replicate the things that's the same way. Okay, what I'm doing, first of all, let's remove this particular thing. I have drawn a rectangle. What am I doing? I selected it. When I selected it, where am I getting the option to delete? Can I delete using this? No, I can't delete using this. Can I delete using this? Yes, I can delete now. Okay, so even if I don't select it, I just use this, it will be deleted. This is another way. I will be using this eraser functionality. I will add this, but before that, let's get a normal thing. Like I selected the shape. If I right click on this, I am getting a delete option over here. Okay, and then I'm able to delete it. And the thing is that they have these functionalities. They can bring it back, they can bring it forward. On canvas it does not really happen. So I will have to check exactly how they are implementing this. Then I will be working on these functionalities. But for now, what I want, as soon as I right click, okay, this is the shape, I selected the shape, I right clicked on the shape, and as soon as I right click, I should be getting the delete option. And when I click on delete, it should be deleted. This is what I want. Okay, even before that, if I want that thing, I need to show the delete button, but I do not have any delete button right now. So if I go to my canvas right now, this is the shape I have selected. If I'm right clicking on it, nothing is happening. Okay, so when I right click anywhere in the canvas, again I should be getting a model. appeared. Okay, and once there is model, there should be delete option on that model. Then I should click delete and that should be deleted. I hope it's easy. How we are going to get it done? Let's go first of all to the canvas, then get this implemented. I'm going to go to the canvas, then I have this canvas over here. What all I have on HTML, on a simple HTML, we have simple canvas first of all. After that we have text area that is used for entering the things, and then we have icon button. Why do I have this icon? Okay, this is log out button. Log out button, ultimately icon. This is handle room icon that we have here. This is the icon that is on the left side. With the help of this I can like get out of the room. By the way, let's go to the room again. There is nothing inside that. This is not the room. So which room was I in? Yeah, this was the room that I was in. So what is the thing that I need to do right now? I need to add a model. Okay, and then I have to display the model wherever is needed. Okay, let's first of all add something. Let's add a div. For adding a div, let's make it like this. This div is going to be there. Okay, and the class name is gonna be suppose BG should be what? BG should be a little lighter in the sense BG gray. Let's keep it 700 for now. I don't know whether it will be good or not. Let's keep it 600. And width is gonna be just 25 by default. Height is gonna be 20. Let's keep it 20 by 20. I have no idea how it gonna look like, but I just wanna get this. So this is what I want. Let's see whether I got this or not. Here I got this over here in the corner, but at the corner. And let's increase the size. For now I wanna keep it 50, and I wanna keep it 50 as well, or let's keep it 50. Yeah, and let's see how we get it. So this is how I get it. So this kind of something, okay, I want when I right click, but I'm getting it directly too. So similarly I have text area. By default I will keep it hidden. Okay, and when I right click, this should be visible. Interesting. When I right click on the canvas, anywhere in the canvas, this thing should come. Okay, and even when I right click, I have to check whether there is any selected element or not. If there is a selected element, only then it should appear, otherwise it should not appear. That's great. And inside this, what will have, I will have a div called delete. That is it. And delete the shape. Just delete is going to be enough, because if I click over here and not this one, actually this one, select this first of all. Let's right click. I'm just simply getting delete. Oh, I deleted that. That was my mistake. Let's get that back. But this is how I'm getting. So delete and delete. So there should be delete, and delete should be written twice. Never mind. So delete is here. I will be giving it some kind of design as well. So class name BG red, and that's gonna be around 500 or something. Width is going to be full. Height is going to be, forget about the height. Let's give it the padding. Padding Y is gonna be 10, 3. Padding X is going to be let's give it 2. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, we have this thing here. I can make one more thing. Let's make it button. Instead of getting the things done this way, I will rather make it a button. And when I made it a button, this should be a button actually. So I made it a button. Once I made it a button, then I need to set a cursor pointer as well. Is this okay? And I will be setting it a flex, and it will be flex column. Okay, gap is going to be 3, because I'm gonna be having more and more features later on. So for now this is enough. So let's see. This is how it looks like, but the thing is that it's over there. That's not visible at all. So what can I do to make it appear? First of all, I will make it absolute. Absolute means, did I make this absolute? What did I make this one? Yeah, I had an absolute input element over here, and the things I'm saving there directly. Okay, never mind. So I will make it absolute, and let's keep it from top. I will keep it, suppose right now 300, just not 300, 42 is going to be enough. And from left side I will keep it 42, so that at least it's visible and I'm able to change the things. So let's check this thing right now. It is here, and this is how I'm getting it. This is how I will actually get many options, but right now I will get a delete option like this, and then I will have some other option as well. So how it looks like on Excalidraw, it looks like something like this. I'm getting all those options. When I hover over them, at that time they are being highlighted. I can get this thing done as well. So by the way, I am not just going to have delete, I will have something else as well. So what can I have? I can have copy, wrap selection in frame, add to library, add a link, duplicate. Yeah, I can have duplicate. Interesting. I can have this functionality, duplicate, and I can duplicate that there's gonna be another shape. But let's have two things. First thing is I will have a button called delete. Second thing, I will have a button called duplicate. But there is a thing that these things will have different styles. So by default, as for the delete, that will always be red, and that will be highlighted as well. I think so. Let's go and check this thing out. Come on, one more. Yeah, delete will always be red, and remaining things are gonna be like this. Okay, got that. So what I'll be doing, BG red. This thing I don't need actually. I just need a text kind of white or something, and whenever I hover over it, so what should I be getting? When I hover over it, I should be getting BG gray. When I hover over it, yeah, so BG gray should be, let's make it BG blue or something. BG blue, let's keep it 500 for now. It's gonna be like this. And so first one is gonna be duplicate option. I can duplicate that particular shape, and second is gonna be delete. Text is going to be over here red, and that's gonna be 500 by default. And when I hover over it, at that time I should be getting a background as well, and the background is also going to be red, and text will be white then. So BG red 500, and when I hover over it, text will be white type something. Let's see how it looks like. I'm here, I'm on Excalidraw, and this is what I'm getting like. Okay, this is not the worst thing ever, right? When you hover over duplicate, you can duplicate that. When you hover over delete, you can delete that. And the height should not be extra height, so I can just get that thing fixed up. So height should be just a minimum. I want the height, but I want the minimum height, so height should be minimum. Width is 50, that is fine actually for me. This much is okay. Let's wrap it inside a div. I wanna wrap it inside a div. Why I wanna wrap it, I will tell you. But I failed to do that. That's bad. Let's wrap it again. Let's wrap it inside a div. I wrapped it inside a div. Why? Because I want to have an h2 over there, and that's going to be called options, something like that. And I will give it some style, class name. Text is gonna be Excel, and what? That is it. Text will be white or something. Let's see. So it looks like this, really bad, I know. So what will I be doing? I will be giving it some padding. Padding is gonna be 5. Padding is going to be 5 by default, and let's see how it looks like right now. So it looks like this first, and it needs some border, and option is great, and then these are the options that I have. Padding does not really work well over here. Yeah, it does not work well. So padding is not going to be the best thing to have here. That's right. So let's remove padding from here. So what is the option I have now? If I can't have padding, then I can yeah, it is better. Let's do one thing. First of all, I'll be keeping it rounded. So this will be rounded large. This is the first thing. The another thing is that it will have a padding top, and that will be equals to 3 or something, and padding x it will have, that is padding top is there, or I don't even need that if I'm not wrong, but let's keep padding top and let's see how it looks like. It looks like that. I need padding x as well. So for doing this, I will be giving it some margin. or I can give it padding X is gonna be 5. Let's see. So it looks like that, and then I have these options. Well, it is not the worst thing ever that I have seen. So this is better. And as for these things, I will be giving them the width as padding as well, and something like this. Yeah. So let's do one thing. What I need to do, the first thing is that the padding should be almost 3 over here. So let's keep it like this. And apart from this particular thing, these ones needed to be rounded. So the buttons that I'm getting, the buttons, they should be rounded. So they are going to be rounded large or something, depends. Let's make it the same, rounded large. Okay, this thing is done, and let's see the result exactly how it looks like. So this is the result that I'm getting. Well, this is great. I mean, that's not bad actually. What is the next thing that there are only two options I have. I will be able to delete the shape, I will be able to duplicate the shape. So either I can duplicate or I can delete. It's like that. Both the features can be implemented, but for now I want to delete them. How am I going to delete them? Even it's not about deleting them. It's about when I click on that particular image and when I click right, if the image is selected, this should appear, otherwise this should never appear. This is also a thing. So okay, let's see it, how we can do it. First of all, I already have this model, call it whatever you like, but yeah, this is kind of a model that we have. Okay, let's call it model here. It appears and gets the job done. Okay, what is now? I have to check if there is a selected shape or not, right? On that basis, first of all, if I right click, it should appear. It is easy to get done. How can I get done? Whenever I click somewhere, I'm showing that whenever I'm clicking, what am I doing? I am rendering the input box. So now I have to render this. When it comes to rendering the input box, what all it takes? Rendering input box simply takes X coordinate, Y coordinate, and I'm simply setting the left and height, and it will be done. Okay. What I want, wherever I click, it should not appear. Whenever I right click, is there any method handle on right click or something? Let's go here, and I want to click on what? Render. When is render handling? On handle click, where am I clicking? When I'm clicking that on particular box. Okay, what do I need to do right now? Must be something on the top. So I have selected a tool, this. Okay, when I'm getting that, ultimately when I'm showing my input box, the input box is shown when is input visible, when I'm setting it input visible, when I handle click, not even double click. Okay, this happens on double click as well. So set is input visible, it gets true, that means input. Then I'm rendering the input. When I render the input, at that time I get the positions. By the way, when I render the input, I get the event as well, that means the current coordinates. So when I click, I render the input. When I click, I get the current coordinates, and I render the input exactly on that particular coordinate. Yes or no? Exactly right. And when do I handle click? When do I handle click? When do I click? And do I have something? Handle double clicking, handle click. I have these two event listeners on canvas itself. So there is one more element that I want to have. What is that? One more event I must say, that is on right click. Do I have that? On right, no, right click. Let's search it online. Right click event in JS. How can I capture the right click event? Let's see how we can capture it. if I JavaScript alert success return false on context menu. Okay, this is called context menu. I had no idea. This is the first time I'm knowing this thing. Lovely. Let's do it. That is called context area. I hope so. I will be getting some of the suggestions over here. So on context menu, I will be alerting alert, not like this, rather like this. I want to alert a message, right click, something like this. Let's see whether we are getting it or not. I am on my canvas. If I left click, okay, I'm able to select them. If I right click, I'm getting right clicked, like means this alert is happening. That means we are going the right way. What is the next thing that we have to do? I have to get a user function over here, and that function is going to be handle right click, as simple as that. Let's create a function called handle right click. So const handle right click. Okay, we are handling right click. First of all, it will get an event. What is going to be the type of the event? The type of event is going to be click event, and that click event is something. What am I doing when I'm handling click? Handle click, a react mouse event. That is the mouse event, right? And on HTML canvas. Great. So this is going to be react mouse event, and that will be on HTML canvas. HTML canvas element. And when this thing is done, what will I do? I right clicked. I want to get the current position. So for getting the position, let's see. I have get text dimension. I have double click. Do I have get position over here? Have I created a function like this? Yeah, I have that on the top. This is the function that will be used for getting the position of the the click. So I will be getting X, I will be getting Y, the current Y, by using this particular function that I have. I will be giving it the event. Once I have given this thing, let's go here. What does it return? It returns me X and Y. That's good. So why am I getting the error? All destructured elements are unused. X is property X does not exist on type X number and null. So what do I need to make sure? I'm returning X and Y from here. Let's do one thing. Let's give it some return type over here. I will be returning X, that will be a number. I will be returning Y, that will be a number. I hope the error will be, what the hell? Okay, I'm returning null as well. That is something that's happening over here. So I'll just simply return no. If canvas.current does not exist, which means if there is no canvas, then what will happen? At that time, I will just return. It should work. Why it's not working? Because I'm returning that thing. Okay, sorry. Let's remove it. How about right now? It works great. And if I go there, what is the problem over here now? X does not exist on type X number or Y number or undefined. It is saying that X does not exist. So I can do one thing. Like let's just get the position. Okay, I just got the position. Then I'm checking. What am I checking? That if a position does not exist, in that case I'm just simply returning, and if position exists, so I will be getting X and Y from there. That is the thing. What is the next thing? CLG, I have to log position whenever I right click. Let's check this thing out now. So this is the board that I am on. I'm right clicking, inspect it, console.log. Let's do it again. Whenever I right click, I'm getting the X and Y coordinates, and this is amazing. And the another thing is that whenever I right click, I don't want this model that I'm getting right now. So this is the thing that we have to take care of. So I think the event will work like this. I'm not sure, but let me give it a try. Prevent default. It should prevent the default behavior, but I'm not sure. Let's do it again. Oh yeah, now nothing is happening. Even when we right click, we are not getting anything, and that is really bad. Why? because if I can't click right, but I can click 12. Yeah, here we are. So reload it. If I right click, I'm getting these x and y coordinates, but I'm not getting the default behavior. What was the default behavior? The default behavior of the browser is that when you right click, you will get a inspect menu model where you can click on inspect and you should be able to do that. So we are not getting that. That is amazing, plus point. What is the next thing we have to do? The next thing that we have to do here, once we got x coordinate and y coordinate, is that we have to first of all, let's get the reference of this model that we have created. So I can say ref model ref. We have to create it anyway. So let's go to the top and create this reference. I have canvas ref. I have input ref over here. Come on. So I have this in so let's keep it here. I have this input ref over here. I want to create one more ref, that is going to be model ref, use ref, and this will be null by default, and I will give it some type as well, generics, and that is going to be on what? That is a div. So HTML div element. Any problem? And it can be null by default, something like this. So no problem as such. So I have got the reference of the model. That is amazing. What do I need to do next? When I got the reference of the model, I need to set the top and yeah. So model ref I have dot current dot style dot left is going to be position dot left top x, and model dot ref. Oh, come on, let's copy it. The same thing. This is going to be top this time, and top will be okay. What is the problem? Model current is possibly null. Okay, I will check one more thing. If not model ref, in that case simply return कोई दिक्कत no yeah दिक्कत. Model current is possibly null. Render, where am I rendering? Input. Okay, here when I'm rendering input, I'm getting canvas. Let's get this thing done like this. Type number is not assignable to type string. Type number, this is it takes string. Not bad. I can convert it to a string. Even before that, hello legend, killer. Wow, killer. Amazing name. So let's do one thing. Let's get x and y directly from here, and then I will be converting them. Hello bro, how are you? Good to see you here. String, I will be stringifying it. Is this okay? I hope so. The same thing will happen here. I will be stringifying it like this. Any problem? No problem as such. This thing is also got done. And what is the next thing? That is it. What am I doing on render? On render, I am getting render element. Set position. I can create one single. I am doing DevOps. Any idea, bro? What are you learning in DevOps? Tell me. Let me know about the topic that you are learning in DevOps right now. Okay, which thing you are learning? That could be Docker, that could be AWS, that could be deployment, that could be CI/CD pipeline, that could be Docker Compose, or what are you learning? Because few things I know. Let's do it separately, then later we will merge the things. We'll try to merge them and get the you are learning about Docker. Okay, so I'm also learning actually DevOps. Just after this project, I will start learning that. I done AWS practitioner and just a minute. AWS practitioner. What does this mean? AWS practitioner means you know how to deploy something on AWS, how to create an instance on AWS, and then with the help of, like, you can put your code, push your code. Current doing an internship in cloud, and oh my god, you are so currently doing solution architectural associate. Wow, amazing, you already have a job. And right now you are doing DevOps, like you are working in DevOps category. You are not learning that, if I'm not wrong. So you have already learned it, you know DevOps, and you are working, right? Let me know. Solution architect associate. Great job, yeah. I mean, amazing. I really appreciate that. So what are we gonna be doing right here? That I got the X coordinates, I got the Y coordinates, and I'm setting the top and this. And after that, input.current.focus, I will be focusing on that. That doesn't need to be done like this. So this much should be enough. When it happens, whenever I'm right clicking. So let's see whether it is a certificate. It is a certification. AWS practitioner is a junior role, and AWS solution architecture associate is senior. Okay, it is a certification AWS practitioner. Certification AWS practitioner is junior role, and AWS solution architecture associate is senior. And you are solution architect associate, that means you are senior. Great job. And so you must be like doing job like from this time, from a particular timing, like from this to this timing. Let me right click on this and let's see. Okay, what the hell? Room canvas model ref is not defined. Thank you very much for letting me know about this. Model ref is not defined. Where am I not defining that? Over here, model ref. Let's go to the top. Don't I have that? I have model ref. I have created it. This is on HTML div element. Is that so? No. HTML text area element. Yeah, that's right. HTML div element. So what is the problem? It's saying that that is not defined, but I have defined that and I'm using that. That is why I'm not getting any error. If I go here, model, okay, that was spelling mistake. Yes, I was working. I know some tool, not all, and also know about networking and cloud. That's amazing. What are you learning nowadays? You must, or are you still in the internship? You are doing the internship and learning along the way, or you are mainly focusing on learning right now? Let's see. Okay, we are here. Let's right click I said, but when I right clicked it didn't move because I'm already giving it a top and left. I think that is given by default, so that has the more priority if I'm not wrong. So let's remove these two feature options from here and now let's try it out. Reload it. Whenever I'm right clicking it, I'm able to select. Okay, wow. Pointer down, whether you click right or you click let's see, does the same happen here? Yeah, ultimately same thing happens over here. So you can select it, doesn't matter what kind of ultimately click that is. If I click right somewhere else, what happens? I'm not able to move it. Why am I not able to move it? Because I'm not re-rendering the page. The really important thing, I need to re-render the page when the model ref changes. Or I can do one thing, that yeah, I need to re-render the page. For that thing, what can I do? I can set the property of the positions. I can set the positions. What was I setting in the while rendering the element? Input.current.focus. Okay, I was setting the positions. Yeah, I was setting the positions. Position of what? I was setting the current positions. They are required, and that is right. So I can do the same thing over here. What about the set position? They have x and y, and that's good thing actually. I can do the same over here. So what I'm gonna do, set a position, as simple as that, and set position. Yes, I was working, I know. Okay, you haven't seen the message. I thought I got the message, never mind. Okay, set position, and what I gonna do, that's gonna be, I will be destructuring the position over here. Once the position is destructured, the state value changed, and if that state value changes, page re-renders. Let's see now, reload it. Yes, doing an internship, but they not requires advanced tools, or they don't require it because it is a local company. So I'm learn advanced things like Docker, Kubernetes, Prometheus, and Ansible. Okay, two things are completely new things to me: Prometheus and Ansible. I am not sure whether I'm pronouncing them right. Docker and Kubernetes. I'm learning about Docker right now. I am learning DevOps, but I'm learning Docker, and mainly I'm learning like how to set a CI/CD pipeline, and how to make a Docker compose file, like a Docker compose.ml file, how to write code inside that, and how you can actually create an instance and push it from GitHub to there. So yeah, I'm busy learning these stuffs. This thing is not coming. Setting position, but I'm setting position at last. So let's do this thing. Not sure whether this is gonna work, but I can give it a try. Well. Do I have a use effect? You know about Jenkins and AWS code pipeline in CI/CD? I know about AWS code pipeline in CI/CD. Maybe the thing is that I'm learning. Okay, so I cannot be sure about anything. It's like I know how I can actually push to AWS instance from GitHub. For that thing, of course, we have to write CI/CD pipeline. In that we will have some jobs, and we'll have, first job is going to be checkout job, second job is going to be logging to Docker, third job is going to be step, ultimately I'm talking about, and then yeah, then you have to just SSH into your machine, and ultimately perform the action that you have to do, and all these steps they should be inside the CI/CD pipeline, ultimately the file that we make. I'm not sure, like I'm not a professional, I'm just a student learning this stuff. This much I have in mind, so I just said. What is your profession in currently in your currently in your degree or doing a job? Well, unfortunately I will say I'm not doing any job, because of this thing I have enough time. At least my goal is to just give my all for further coming 300 days, ultimately a year, and then I will start doing a job. If I'm actually good at it, so I will definitely get a job. As for degree, I'm a college dropout. It's like that. How can I move? If I double click, I am moving the text from here and there, but when I double click, I am unable to move this text, this model that I have created. That is insane. When I render something, what I'm doing, whenever I render, let's see whether if I just remove this position, will I be able to get this thing done now. Reload the page. Guess what, I'm still able to do it. That is great actually, if it's working. So set position is used for what? Set position, where am I using this position thing? Position, where am I using here? Not here, bad. position. Where am I using? There are two ways. The second one is over here. So ultimately, while sending the value, while adding that, I'm sending the position. That is right. Okay, so even without position it should work because I'm changing that value. Yep, right. So so I have right click. I'm right clicking, preventing the default behavior, getting the positions. Once I got the position, I'm setting model.ref.current.style.left. I hope this is the way to do that. Handle click, remove it from here. In which thing in full stack like Java full stack or Mun stack, and also what are the languages you know? Well, it can be called Mun stack. So I can say I know TypeScript, JavaScript, and MongoDB, Postgres. Ultimately, I use Prisma for that. I can use Postgres directly, but Prisma is really good in terms of using Postgres. So I use Prisma, I use Node.js, and I use Tailwind CSS for designing this stuff. What else? I know Turbo Repo. This is the orchestrator, but it is mainly used for organizing everything in the best way possible. So I know this. What else? I need and WebSocket, HTTP server, Next.js, React.js, and by the way, this website that I'm working on, this is being built using Next.js, and so yeah, I'm using Next.js here, but the way I'm writing code, that is really bad. I need to organize the things well, but I will be doing it at last. And yeah, this is it. These are the only things that I'm actually using over here. So I'm using Turbo Repo over here. Inside Turbo Repo, TypeScript is used, WebSocket is used, HTTP server is used, Prisma is used. Yeah, these are the things that are being used over here, and Next.js is being used. And right now learning about Docker and all along the side. So I should be able to deploy everything that I make. Handle right click. Come on, yeah. I should be able to solve this thing at least. Model ref current style left. Let's check this thing right now. Input ref current style top left. Oh, I should give pixels. My bad. Sorry. Position.x pixel. Position.y pixel. This was the thing that I was forgetting. Let's see. Lovely. I will manage it. Like, it should only appear when I exactly click on the shape. That's another case. I'll get it done. But the good thing is that I am able to get anywhere I click. Where you learn all those stuff like course, and then which course? From many. I have followed Apna College. I have followed Angela ma'am on Udemy. I have learned from her. Even Harkiras sir, I joined his from his cohort 3 or something. Right now I'm currently learning from him, like Docker and all these things, and from some YouTube things as well. So it's like that. But the problem has been like I haven't been consistent earlier, so it took me a lot of time to just learn the stuff. Right now I'm really consistent, so I hope within a year I will have covered everything I am thinking of covering. So this thing is working right now. That's amazing. And then I can click on these things. What is the next thing? Once I got this thing, okay, this should only appear when I click on a shape. Once I clicked on a shape, then I right click on it, then it should appear. But the thing is that it's directly appearing right now. So I have to just add some business logic for it. So even for that thing, I need to check whether the shape is clicked or not. Okay. I need to keep the shape ID in a variable. Whenever the shape is selected, the value should go there. And if there is ID, okay, suppose I have the ID, and when I'm just right clicking on it, this appears. When I'm deleting it, I should delete a shape with that particular ID by sending a request to the backend, and backend will send it to the DB. Simple. Okay, so I need to have a shape ID. So let's create a use state. Const. What all I have? I have router. Okay, canvas ref, input ref, model ref, selected tool. It gives me the selected tool. Again it is the class. Input is visible. Okay, input value, whatever value I input. Position, that is amazing. Let's have one more thing. And I will be I want a selected shape ID, selected shape ID, and set selected shape ID, something like this. Use state, and it's going to be by default, let's keep it null. So either it's going to be a string, is this a string or number? If I talk about shapes, so that is actually a text by default, so that is a string. So if that is a string, so by default I will keep it an empty string. So that is going to be a string. I will keep it an empty string. So this thing is done. Now whenever I am calling, I am initiating, yeah, that thing is called, whenever I'm calling game class, at that time I have to give this set input, set selected shape ID state. So I think I'm calling it here. Yeah, this is where I'm actually, I don't know what is this called, initializing it. Okay, creating the instance of it. So wherever, this is where I'm creating the instance of the game class. So I will be giving set selected tool, that is amazing. I will be giving set selected shape ID, amazing. Let's give it. Again, I have to just set the type and all over this side. So for this thing, this is the constructor. First of all, I will be getting set selected shape ID. Type is going to be dispatch, and set state action. And what will it take? It will take a string, right? Yeah. And now I need to make a field over here. So private set selected set selected shape ID. Yeah, set selected shape ID. It will be type dispatch. Inside that, it will be set state action, and this is going to be type of string. So this is how I'm gonna be going ahead. As for this one, okay. By the way, have you left or not? Are you still here? What was Legend Killer? Let me know. I'd like to, even I just forgot to say that. I'm sorry. If you are still here, then I would wanna say that I would love to get in touch with you. So if you are still here, in that case. Okay, this dot set selected shape ID is equal to set selected shape ID, something like this. This thing is done. What is the next thing that I have to do? Once this thing is done, set selected shape. Whenever I'm selecting a shape, when I'm selecting a shape, I'm selecting a shape when I'm clicking down. So over here I'm selecting a shape, and when I'm selecting a shape, mainly is shape selected true. Over here I can say this dot selected shape ID is this, as well as I wanna call if I already have it in the fields, can I send it there? Can I do that? I will have to use a setter function. No, getter function. Yeah, that's right. It is possible to get the value of this, but for that thing I will have to use getter function, and I haven't created that yet. Interesting. So let's use that only now. What is the use of getting the setter state here? I can use class for getting the things, right? Can't I? Yeah, I can. So let's go with this way. Instead of doing things here, I'm going to create a getter function over here, and this getter function will actually give me the value ID of that, because I do have that already by default. let's remove this thing. This way will definitely work. I even here the same thing I'm doing, right? Set a selected tool. So I have already done it, so it's not like it will not work, but I want to do something new. Let's remove it from here. And what I want to do is that set selected tool. This thing. Okay. I have game reference over here. So game dot that I can call. Whenever I call that, I will be getting the selected. Yeah. Then I should be able to use that. That is right. So whenever I'm checking this thing, can I use it here? Absolutely. So should I do it? Why not? Let's see. So I have game. Let's create a setter function over there. So setter function is going to be get selected shape ID. I don't know how to create this getter function, but I'm gonna be creating it like this only. It will be simply returning. What will it return? It will return the selected shape ID if that exists. Selected shape ID. Selected shape ID is something that it will return. Great job. I hope this is the right getter function. I can make it public and all, but this is enough for now. Let's go here and what is the next thing? Whenever I am actually moving it here and there, I wanna set the position. That is okay. This thing is special. If game dot get position get shape selected ID, I have to call it here. If it returns me something, in that case, what will I have to do? I have to show them. Otherwise, I don't have to show them. Let's see. Reload the page. Here. Wow. Loved this, yaar. Okay, it's not going back. That's okay. But if I click anywhere, it doesn't appear. But if I click on the text, it appears. If I click here, it appears. If I click here, it appears. If I click here, it appears. And it appears for only that particular diagram. How great the thing. The thing is that when I click outside means I have to check this thing. I clicked right, I clicked on it, it's gone. So doesn't matter where I click, it should go away. Simple. It's the easiest thing ever. When you right click, it should go away. So for this thing, it should not even go away. It should be there. I don't have any problem with this. I have to just hide that. As simple as that. So whenever I right click, doesn't matter where I click. Even whenever I just simply click, let me check. I clicked here, I clicked here, I clicked here, I clicked here. Yeah. So when I'm right clicking on that, come on, yaar, hit checking again. Okay, never mind. Simple stuff, easy peasy. Take it easy and get it done. First of all, you are repeating it over and over. That is right. Handle right click, you are handling right click, and then you are rendering a render shape. So if there is a function called a render shape, what will you be doing? You will be giving the position, you will be giving the reference. Yeah. So let's do it like this. Okay. It will be a render shape, something like this. Render element. What will it take? It will take the model dot current dot, like it will take this, the ref, and it will take the position. Anything else? And nothing else. Let's remove it from here. And once this thing is done, this is the render shape thing that I have. I will be making it render element. That could be any element. I will be giving it the position, so I don't even need to do that. I will simply give it the position. So let's even remove this particular part. So let's remove this position part. As for this model thing, I will need it over here. Let's even remove this particular part. Let's have only this much. Render element model, I will be first of all giving it the event. So this is what I'm giving. Then I'm giving the model, and then I'm giving the position. Okay, amazing. What do I need to do now? I need to go back. It needs the event. It needs the ref. And ref is going to be reference. Reference is going to be what? HTML div element. That can be any reference. So interesting. That can be any reference. So HTML element. That is ultimately I have to just write that. That can be HTML element. And it needs position. So I will be getting position, and what will be the type of position? The type of position is going to be X, that will be a number, and Y, that will also be a number, something like this. Any problem? I don't think so. Duplicate position. This thing I got here, and once okay, I can make it position. Do I need to have position? No. Let's remove it from here, because I'm sending the event, right? So I don't even need this particular thing from here. Let's remove it. Just two things, event and current, and then I will handle that. Once I got this much, with the help of event I got the position, and then I'm checking this thing, I'm setting the position. That's amazing. I am getting X and Y. I'm making it block because by default it was hidden, so I am going to hide both the things. That's amazing. And then I'm setting what I'm getting. I'm getting ref. So what I have to do, ref dot style dot this, and ref dot current dot focus, if that can be focused. This is optional. Property current does not exist on type HTML element. I will not be getting HTML element. That is going to be the reference. What can be the type of the reference? HTML input element. Will it be okay? Property does not exist on this. Okay. Ref type of reference. What is the type of that? Type of reference. Ref. Use ref input value HTML div element. Ref object HTML. Can I make it like this? Ref object. Just this. Will it be okay? It needs T. I will be giving it HTML element. Happy bola ki style does not exist. HTML input element. Type of use ref. Let's take the help of AI and fix this. Like, how can I actually give it the type? I think it's gonna take lots of time. Come on, I do not have that much. The main issue is that you are mixing DOM element ref with the React ref input, then calling ref focus. Even though ref is not ref, also union HTML div. Assuming you actually want to pass a React ref to this function. Let's understand this thing. How it goes. Okay, here we are getting. Oh my god, bad. Okay, so here we are. First of all, we'll have to import this thing and then let's see how the type is being set over here. What we are doing, first of all, we are getting an event that is the React mouse event from HTML canvas. Is this true? Yeah, it is true. Then I'm getting the reference object HTML input. Okay, that's great. That is also true. What I'm getting the position. I'm getting this. Okay. Oh. So what was I missing earlier? Just go a few steps back. This was the code that I had initially, and this is where I was getting the error. So I need to only do one thing. I think ref object. This I will be getting from React. Inside this I will be giving these values. Then I'm giving this thing. It is saying that style does not exist on type ref HTML element. So what the result I got? In the result, I was getting ref object from React. Am I getting that? And the React mouse event, that is okay. What extra am I doing here? Ref object is equal to HTML input element, HTML div element. Exactly the same thing I'm doing here. So why am I having to face the issue? Interesting. When I'm exactly doing the same thing, I think it's coming from React. Let's go to the top. Ref object, I'm getting it from there. If I'm actually getting it from there, come on, yeah. What is the mistake that I'm making? I've got ref. Once I've got ref.style. Can't I do that ref.style? Am I not doing that there? Oh, sorry. Bada wala sorry actually. Why am I not using current here? Why am I making it so special? Just current was missing. Interesting. So this thing that we have done, ultimately this is a universal render element. It is going to render any element when I provide the event and when I provide the reference of that particular element. It will render that element. This thing is done. Let's go here, and whenever I click, I render that. So I need to fix this. So whenever I'm rendering this time I will render the element, and I have to provide the event, and I have to provide the reference of that, right? And reference means input ref. That's it. Let's provide this. What is the problem? Argument this HTML or null is not assignable to parameter ref object this. Oh my god. Even let's do one thing. From here I don't have to. Where am I doing it? I will just provide model ref, and as per the issues I will be having a look at that. Argument type ref object HTML element div element, okay, is not assignable to ref object HTML input element or this. That is right. That is absolutely right. So what I have to do, let's go here, render element, and let's move it. It can have both the types. So it can be either this or ref object and HTML div element. Happy go lucky? I hope so. So this not happy go lucky. Now what? क्या problem भाई, समस्या क्या है? And type null is not assignable to type HTML. Input ref, this can be null, that is right, so I have to check. So let's check. Simple. If I have to check, I'm going to check it. And I have to check inside this when I'm sending that. So let's check it here. If not input a ref, in that case return. Yeah, simple. It's not being happy. Dot current happy. There. What is the problem? Argument type ref object HTML area element text area. I'm sorry. HTML text area element. Okay, once this thing is done, null is not assignable to text area element. That is okay. That means I have to make it make sure that it does exist. So current, or if I make it like this, it will not work. I have to make sure it is not equals to null. So if it's triple equals to null, null is not assignable to HTML. Yeah, that's right, I get it. Can I do one thing? Let's remove this thing from here. What is the thing? It doesn't have any value, got 0. But I have gotten rid of the error. Okay, now that is saying that I do not have any value, give me some value. If I give it null, then I get the error. Let's give it null. I will figure it out. Null should be given, then it's not complaining. But right now this input thing is complaining. It's saying that render element can only take this, or I'm checking it, right? If you input element, oh my god, current, if that's equals to null, then return it. So what is the problem? I have to make sure it does exist. Input ref dot current, let's simply send that. Just a sec, if I'm sending that, then I will just be getting the reference value. Input ref. Let's remove this particular thing from here. The same thing I will have there. Okay, that's right. Let's fix this. Why am I getting this? The problem is simple, that the null value does not exist. I can even take the screenshot of it. It's like this. Let's take the screenshot of it. How can I solve this particular problem? I have no idea. So what will I do? I'll take the help of AI. How to solve this? Input ref div. How can input ref be both? I don't want it like this, right? When it comes to input box, input ref, that can be right. Anyway, what is the answer of it? The error happens because the render okay, null. So how can I fix this? Not return. Render element, it gets this text area element, and once this thing is done, return this. Ref object HTML text area element. Okay, it gets that. Then it checks that whether it exists or not, and then input ref dot current, it simply checks that. Why do I have input ref? ref.current. Once this thing is done, the thing I'm facing here, any idea, anybody? Null is not assignable to HTML text area element. That is right, it's not assignable. Current triple equals to null. In that case, just return it from here. When it's not equals to null, at that time I have to run it. So I will only be calling it when the value is not equals to null. Still getting that? Argument array for object HTML null text area is not assignable to text area array for object HTML div. Oh my god. Let me give this to him like BI and see whether the input render element that we have, that is right or wrong. What's wrong with this? This is how I get stuck. Ref is a union. Current exists on both. It also conceptually focus. So ref object of these. Okay. Instead of getting the union of both, I'm combining them inside the ref object, and this is going to be the text ref. Interesting. Then I'm just getting this job done. So what am I doing over here? Instead of doing this, I'm just directly giving the value inside it. It's gonna be either this or HTML div element. So that is alright. Once I give this thing to this, I will still get it. Null is not assignable to type HTML. Null is not assignable, so that's what I'm checking, that if the value is not equals to null. Let's check it here as well. If it's null, if it's not null, in that case input ref dot current. Well, I'm gone today. This error is not gonna go away anyway, until unless I give my whole code to AI, that I don't wanna do. Model ref, I'm facing the same problem here. This TypeScript is gonna kill me. Let's give it again. Handle click. I just wanna give some part of it, because if I give the whole thing, it's like copying and pasting and not understanding, and this doesn't make any sense. So I'll be doing it, just giving some parts of it, and we'll try to just understand this stuff. If you know, you can comment. There's a person watching me right now. If you already know the reason behind it, how I can actually solve it, then it's gonna be great. Rendered now expects ref HTML, so model ref must be created with the exact how to type model ref can be this or this. Okay. At a time I can either go get the reference of the input box or that. I hope it's gonna work. I hope there is no null. Let's see if it works or not. The model that I have. Let's go to the top. I will be giving it the same Where is the render? Okay, over here. It can be both. Well, this is insane because model will contain only models things. But let's check this thing out. And let's check this thing out. Come on, yeah. It can actually be null as well. Or so many ors. Not. Oh, it's driving me crazy. Null is not assignable to this development run. How can I give it? I feel like making it any now directly. God. You know what I want to do? I want to give it all and I want him to correct it. But the thing is that if I give all the code, it may even mess up with that. Let's do this thing now. First of all, I have this. So these are the two things. It's copy and pasting time. Render element. I hope now it will be able to figure it out and give me the right answer. It's 2:16. Interesting. It's been 1.5 hours. Just come on. So function render element is equal to react mouse event ref this this is the problem over here, but input ref is ref object HTML and model ref is the passing them to the function that expects is not type safe in TS. The inner current types don't line up well. A cleaner pattern to make rendered element generic. Wow, generic thing, love it. Finally, here we are with generic thing. It will take a generic, and this time I have to give it the generic, and it will be used for both. Amazing. So what I'm doing, I'm actually making it generic, and when this t is here, then the type of it is going to be this. And if current dot ref, I'm getting the ref as HTML, then focus. Handle right click, element model, handle input, render input. Great. So what are we gonna be? Where we simply copying and pasting the things. This thing is great. We are actually making it. We are giving it type generic. That is a great thing, because otherwise it was conflicting with the things, and TypeScript was unhappy. And if TypeScript is unhappy, it will make you unhappy. So just make sure that TypeScript is happy. So my God. Amazing. And this thing is here. If current.html, then I'm gonna be focusing it, otherwise I'm not gonna be focusing it. That's great. And ultimately I'm rendering the element over here. Once I'm rendering the element over here, model ref, this time I will be giving it the type. And when I'm going to be giving it the type, at the type React mouse event HTML canvas element both the times, render element is equal to dot input ref. It can get both, by the way, it has HTML element. Is this going to be fine? I'm not sure, but let's see. Model. Okay. Argument ref object HTML element or null is not assignable to parameter of ref object HTML element. Type HTML element null is not assignable to HTML element, null is not assignable to this. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Let's do one thing. Let me play some music in the background. Would be better. अरे खुल जा भाई. Cloudflare is down. Amazing. Alright everybody, just recently I think got a news that the Cloudflare went down, and then even right now all the websites that are using Cloudflare right now, they are down. Insane. I'm unable to use them. Like whether it is about Perplexity, whether it is about Notion, and it is about Stack Overflow, I cannot access. I don't know whether it's on my side only or it's the case with everyone. Stack Overflow. Okay, so even this thing is down. Let me do one thing. Let me restart the network. Like, yeah, get myself connected again, then see whether it happens again or not. Alright everybody, the Cloudflare was under maintenance, and because of that, I think some of the websites they are not accessible right now. So then I just thought of using this. And the another thing is that I was facing the error, one of the errors, and still didn't get the solution of that. So I have to figure this thing out now. This is still taking the value null. If I don't provide it any value, then it is fine. Otherwise, it is not fine. How can I fix this particular thing? Since like more than half an hour, I'm stuck with this problem. Even I gave it to the AI, but it couldn't solve it. So I had better use two different rendering elements, but when I just try to combine them, they are not functioning well. Then if there is this, then this. So what is the problem that I'm facing? That null is not assignable to HTML. Okay, so if its value is null, then in that case, if not model ref dot current, then return. Okay, still I'm facing that. As for null, if it's not equals to, if it's triple equals to null, in that case I have to return it. Still I'm facing it. I think I should stop giving it the default value. Because of this thing I'm facing the error and I'm getting no way around this. I can give it the type. It should be using that type. Let's see. Let me give it the type of that, because I'm using the types generic type, so I can give it the type too. And as for the type is going to be element, right? Model element. What is the type of the model element on the top? Model element HTML div. Let's see. If I give this is still not fine. It's saying that it is null, not assignable to HTML element. That's great. And what about over here? Handle click. Whenever I'm handling click, this is the render element thing. When I'm handling click, I'm still getting that. And if I give it the type text area element, what will happen? This is going to be the generic for sure over here. Even if I give it the generic type, I'm having to face this issue. Okay, it's saying that the value is null. I can do one thing, that the render input element, the value of this can be null as well. What else can I do? Like, let's allow null value as well. But as soon as I allow null value, this happens. So I'm checking that if that doesn't exist, I'm returning it. If ref, come on, if not ref, if that is null, I will be returning it from here. Okay. Really, I'm accepting the null value, and if the value is null, I'm just simply saying that just return from here. If the value is not null, then I'm just simply going ahead. Well, come on, yaar. Why does this happen only with me? Null is not assignable to HTML text area element. Argument ref object HTML null is not assignable to ref HTML. What am I doing here? I'm accepting the null value as well now. That can be either of type that, or that can be null. How about this? Yes. And if that is the case, it is happy. Now it is happy. If I remove it from here, alrighty, solved it. Thank you, Sundar. Finally, this was the error that the input value, the input ref could have been null as well. So ultimately, that's what I'm saying here, that The ref object can be the type that I provide or the HTML type, or it can be null. And once this thing is done, then remaining things are okay. Even if I can remove it, I should not be getting this error. The reference can be null, and I was just providing the direct null. That was the problem that I was facing, and right now I think it's alright. And once this thing is great, these things works great over here. So done. And handle change, nothing. Handle click, right click, leave room. Then I'm leaving room, double click, render input or not, render element, and I have to provide this, and input ref. Any problem? No problem as such. The next thing is that handle right click. When I'm handling right click, I'm rendering the element. Let's see now. Finally, I've been stuck for more than an hour, at least for an hour, with this particular thing, but I hope that is resolved right now. Let's double click and whether see I'm able to write, and that's gone. Oh, okay, that's gone. That doesn't matter. And the second thing is that wherever I'm clicking, I'm able to get it. So both the things are working fine. And when I am clicking outside, I should be just removing it. And apart from that thing, whenever I'm just writing something, let's reload the page. Whenever I wrote something, it went to the top. It is visible there. Setting position. What is the position? Whenever I double click, what is happening? Whenever I double click, handle double click. Whenever I'm double clicking, I need to get the position as well, and I need to set the position so that, yeah, I think so. So let's set the position while double clicking as well. So const position is equal to get a position, that will take event, and once this thing is done, set a position, it will take an object and position, something like this. The thing is that position may not exist, so I will check first. If not, position, simply return from here. Happy go lucky. Let's check this thing now. Reload the page, write something here, enter. Okay, it's working now. So this thing is done. When I click, I can move it here and there, and when I click outside, it's also solved. If I right click anywhere, this appears, and then I can duplicate it and I can delete it. But the thing is that when I click outside, it does not disappear, so I have to get this thing implemented. Like when I click outside, it disappears. It appears. That's great. Clicking outside means what? When you right clicked, it appears. When you are clicking anywhere, whether that is right click or left click, that doesn't matter. Ultimately, whenever the click happens outside this, so you are removing it. Outside means you are clicking on the canvas. When you click on the canvas, it gets removed, right? So when I click on the canvas, that means this handle click over here, I have to set it to I have to make it disappear. Set input value is this. Okay, let's continue from here on, and I have to disappear the model. So model ref dot current dot style dot block style dot style is what? How can I make it disappear? Style dot display dot hidden. Okay, style dot display, and that's gonna be hidden. Let's see. And by default it's going to be hidden, not a problem. A model dot ref, I have to check whether it exists or not. If not model ref dot current, in that case return from here. Okay, let's check this thing right now. Reload. Here if I click outside, it doesn't go away. I'm getting it everywhere, but when I click outside, it don't go away, mainly because I have to render the page, but even I don't need to do that. Without rendering it happens. Model.current.style.ref hidden. Model ref. I want to okay. If there is no context, let's keep it on the top and see what happens. Rather than keeping it at last, maybe something is just stopping it in between. I've done this. Let's check this thing right now. Reload it. There, come here, and no, okay, it's not going away. What can I do? I have the model reference, that is right. I'm setting current style displays. The same thing I'm doing here. Ref.current.style.top display going to be block. That means if I hide that, let me hide it first of all. So the model that I actually created, this is the one. By default I'm going to make it hidden. I have flex, I have hidden. What is the problem with this? Flex applies the same CSS properties as hidden. Can't I use hidden and both of them at once? I want to hide it the way I have hidden this particular thing. And for hiding, what am I using? For hiding, I'm not even hiding this text area input. Let's write something inside the placeholders. Let's keep it like this. Let's reload the page. I am the text area, whatever. Let's write the stuff over here. Reload the page. I don't get the text area. Absolute text white, placeholder text white, text line outline, resize null, field size is this. Okay. Ref is equal to input ref. By default it's going to be there. I can make it hidden, right? And I'm not getting any error. Reload this thing. Great. How about making it hidden? Okay, then I'm getting this error. What is this error? Hidden applies the same CSS properties as flex. Hidden display none. Okay, what about this? Okay, either I can use hidden or I can use flex. Got that. So in that case, this model and then these things. गाने गाते रहो, कोडिंग करते रहो, और क्या ही तो जिंदगी है। आराम से करेंगे सब काम। when I click on the canvas, then it should happen. Great. Why isn't this going away? Interesting. Is this right? Oh, display hidden work नहीं करता भाई. Oh my god, I have to pay for it. Sorry. Display should be none. Hidden तो आपकी TypeScript उसमें होता है. Here is the property of Tailwind CSS. Wow, it's working. We made it. Let's do one thing. Render element, it will be rendering get position is here, and this thing is here, handle double click is here, get dimensions, handle click. Let's remove this particular thing from here. Ultimately we have done it. Most of the things are done right now. Okay, so this much we have done. What is here? What is happening over here? The thing is the simple, easy peasy. I can write any text over here, it will remain here, and if I right click anywhere, this appears. I have to just make sure only one thing, that when I right click on any empty space, it does not appear, and when something is selected and when I right click on top of that, then it appears. Like over here it should appear. So for making it happen, I have to get two things done. So when I right click, I have to check that first of all this thing, second, if not a selected shape, I have game dot get a selected shape ID. I will be getting it if and only if it exists, then only I will be simply doing it. Reload the page. If I click here, it doesn't appear. If I click here, it does appear. If I click outside, it goes away. Okay, even if I right click, I want it to just go away. When I right click and ultimately I have to remove it, right? Render element, and I am going to have one more. This is for rendering element function remove element. Again, it will take any extends HTML element. It will be something like this. This should be rather the type, and then like this, T extends HTML element. What all it will be taking? I think it needs again these two things. Let's see. I'm not sure whether it's going to take these two things, but ultimately I'm providing it. What it needs. If I want to remove any element, what am I doing? I'm removing it while handle clicking it. Yeah, over here I'm removing it. Let's remove it at last. That would be better. Okay, for removing, I need the model ref, and I don't need the image. That is, sorry, I don't need the event. That is something good. Call it good or bad, whatever. Remove element. Okay, here we are. Sorry, I'm just lost in my own word. Okay, so here we are. Ultimately, I will be giving it the type. By default, the type is going to be that, and this type will be used over here as well. That's amazing. That is a type of that particular reference. That is right too. Once I got the ref, what will I be doing? I have to just remove it. So ref dot current dot style dot display is equal to, that's gonna be none. Simple as that. Even before that, I have to check whether if that exists or not. So not ref dot current, and let's simply return the thing from here. Easy peasy. And once the remove element is done, then I have to use that. So where am I using? First of all, render element. When I'm rendering element, I'm not removing anything as such. Yeah, so I don't need to worry about this. But I am removing element when I just click somewhere. So over here, render element is here, and then I must be removing the element somewhere, just like over here. So I can say now if is input, so I have to remove the element. For that thing, remove element, and I will be passing it the input ref. That is it. It will do the job, and same thing will happen over here. Remove element, and I will be providing a model ref. As simple as that. So this thing also done, and whenever I right click somewhere, let's see how it goes. Reload it right now. Click outside, nothing happens. Click here, it appears. Click when right click here, it goes. That is good. And click outside, it goes. Click here, it doesn't go. Okay, so ultimately when I right click, I want to make it go away when there is no shape selected. Okay, else remove element and model ref. Got it. The thing is that when I actually click here, it comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. Why it goes? It always remains here. It goes from here. Okay, interesting. Why it goes? When I click here, so ultimately the selected shape ID gets changed. Yeah, it happens. This can select this, can select this. This goes away. This goes away. This comes back. This comes back. This comes back. But I click outside, it goes away. So amazing. We have made it over here, and ultimately we can implement this functionality right now. Lovely. Though we have given a lot of time, but it's ready, and when it is ready, it is worth it. Yeah, doesn't matter what happens at the end. So this thing I have done, and I'm removing the element, and whenever I'm clicking outside, so let's go to the game. Whenever I'm clicking on the canvas, what is happening? Pointer down. When pointer down happens and select is selected, at that time I'm checking this particular thing over here. If is selected a shape, if there is no selected shape, how will I know that whether there is selected shape or not? Using this particular thing. Okay, so I will be selecting it to null. Once it is selected to null, so whenever I click outside, I get it there. Amazing. Once I get it there, I'm able to work with this move shape. As for this draw line thing, what is this, by the way? X1, XY, let it be here. I can work on it later. For now let me remove it because even that is understandable, that can be worked on later anytime. Or if I keep it, what will I lose? Nothing. So this thing is done. What is the next step? So far we have gone through so many things, right? Actually really so many things. And right now there is one more step, that once I click on any shape and I click right, I get this delete option. When I click on this delete option, I should be deleting that. By the way, as soon as I click on this delete thing, I want to alert the ID of that. Let's see whether I get the ID. So let's go to this canvas, and I have this delete. Handling most of the things here. I have to work on this again. But the thing is that there's only this thing. This delete button should be somewhere else. This duplicate button should be somewhere else. But right now what I'm doing, I'm just putting everything in one place. That is really bad practice, but I'm still doing it because I have to remake this project, and when I'll be remaking it, rebuilding it, at that time I will do everything the best way possible, right? I will make small components, but for now let it be. It's okay. Okay, so what is the next step? The next step is I'm going to have handle click, on click, handle, delete. We are deleting that. Const handle delete shape. Here we are deleting the shape. Lovely. What next? Handle delete shape. We are going to delete the shape. How are we going to delete the shape? Even before that, when it comes to deleting the shape, I must have the shape ID. So if the shape is selected, I should be getting the shape ID. So const shape ID selected shape ID, and that's equal to game dot get selected shape ID. I will be using this alert selected shape ID whenever I click on that. Let's see. Reload the page, select the shape, click on delete, and this is the ID that I got. Click on the shape, click on delete 6. This is the ID that I got. And as soon as I click on delete, I have to make it disappear. That means model ref that needs to be disappeared. So when I clicked on this, at that time I have to make it disappear as well. So remove element. What do I have to have over here? Model ref. I have to just remove model ref from here. Done. Let's do it again. Select any element, got it. Click on delete, got the ID of that particular element, and if I click OK over here, this is also done. Superb. I don't know whether you are actually seeing where we are heading to. Okay, so this thing is done. What is the next step? The next step is pretty simple. Delete that. So we have to delete it over here. Once we have got it, I will have a try catch block over here, and for deleting it, as we have the ID, interesting thing, once you got the ID, will you be able to delete the shape? Yes. By the way, when you delete the shape, you have to send a request to the WebSocket or HTTP server. WebSocket. Why? Because after that you have to re-render all the shapes. So no doubt we will be sending a request to the WebSocket. Great job. Let's do it. Even if there is an error, just error deleting the error deleting the shape, and then error is going to be here. Now interesting thing, let's do we have socket here? Definitely we must have socket over here. That is 100% surety. socket, we are getting that. Once we are getting the socket, let's send the message to the this time we are going to delete it. Wow. So socket dot send json dot stringify. This time I'm gonna be sending an object. Type is going to be shape delete. We have added the shape, we have updated the shapes, we are going to delete the shape. Okay, this thing is done. What is the next step? I will have to send the shape. What do I need to send? Just the shape ID I need to send, that is it. Shape ID, and that's gonna be equals to selected shape ID, and room ID is going to be room ID, but I'll have to convert to a number. This is gonna be a room ID. Anything else? Nothing. That is it. And once this thing is done, the shape should be removed. So let's go to the WebSocket and see. Sorry, WS web. Okay, WebSocket variant WS web. What is the name of it? Yeah, WS backend WS backend slash. Okay, here we are. So there's gonna be one more request over here. Actually, else if parse data dot type if that's equals to shape dot delete, shape colon delete. I'll be deleting it. What is the next thing? First of all, I'll be getting the data. So const I'll be getting shape ID, and I will be getting the room ID, and that will be from parse data. Once I got this, what next? I have to delete the shape. That particular shape needs to be deleted. So const, let's use a try catch block over here. Const shape deleted shape. Okay. Then I have to send the shapes. Updated shape I have to send, but when it comes to deleted shape, shape render, but when it comes to deleting the shape, I will delete it from the backend side, that is for sure. But when it comes to rendering it, this time should I send all the shapes from the WebSocket server side, or I should actually remove it there? I should remove it from the front end side itself. Should be better. That means I will be deleting the shape here, but I will not be sending it there. No, I need to. That way I can only do it on my own side. So ultimately you need to send the deleted shape, and when you get the message, you have to remove that particular shape from the existing shapes. Okay. Await what? Prisma client dot shape dot delete, not just one, but now with the help of the ID I have to delete it. Where? Shape must have its ID, so shape ID. Easy busy. The room is also going to be the same, right? So I will check one more thing. Room ID is gonna be equals to two conditions I will be giving it. So I will be getting the deleted shape. CLG, by the way, I can have it with this. Error deleting the shape, and this is going to be error. Any problem? No problem as such. Once the shape is deleted, what next? Once I have deleted the shape, I'm going to send it to the user. Users dot room users dot map, or for each, whatever you call that, for each. I'll get user. Once I have the user if user dot rooms dot includes room ID, in that case user dot ws, I think that's ws, yeah, dot send json dot stringify type shape delete this time. Next. Oh my god, such a big mistake I made. When I'm actually moving the shapes from here to there, I'm not sending the data from this side, rather I'm deleting there from my god, how can I do that? It is a big mistake. I will be like here. The mistake is this, that shape update, I'm updating the shape and I'm sending it. You should send the updated shape and remove the previous shape from the existing ones. This is the to do. I will do it. By the way, shape is gonna be delete, and once the shape is delete, shape is delete. Shape itself going to be the deleted shape that I've got here. By the way, I will get this thing done inside this. So deleted shape that I have got, and then another thing is that I will be sending back from ID. This is all that I'm sending. What will happen now? I'm going to get that. Okay, so I'm going to get that on the front end side. So let's go to canvas, not canvas, just game. Inside game, now I have remembered the things, like okay, over here I will get it, get socket messages over here, we'll be getting it. But I'm gonna do, first of all, if this is gonna be else if parse data dot type, if that's triple equals to what, shape, delete, this time I have to delete it. Oh lovely, deleting it. Okay, even if I'm deleting it, ID is always going to be the same, right? So let's get the index and let's replace it with splice. How can we do it? Splice deletes that. Is there any method in JS that replaces the current value from an array? I've got the array. I got the index of yeah, map is going to be great. Let's do it using map. I hope map is used over here as well. Okay, the first thing is that replace directly, direct assignment, amazing. Second thing, splice, uh, start index, delete count, item you have to just start. Okay, that's great too. Map, amazing. Array prototype, index of, ultimately we are using this, amazing. We have many methods. Which one are we going to use here? First of all, we have got the data, that means we have the shape right now, and shape including the room ID, that's right. And we have to delete that particular shape. So what are we going to do right here? Const, first of all we'll be getting the shape, and we'll be getting the room ID from where? From, of course, the parse data. Once we got these things, so what I have to do, I have to, first of all, just a minute, I have to first of all find that in the existing shapes. Okay, so let's find the index of that. Const index is equal to, index is equal to this dot existing shapes that I have, dot find index. I will be finding the index. I will get lots of shapes from there. Then what will happen? Shape dot id that I am getting from there, that's triple equals to shape dot id that I have here. Okay, and let's make it s, and let's make it s for you. Okay, so s dot id is equal to shape dot id that I have, that's equals to that. Then I will be getting the index of that. Once I have the index, then what will I be doing? Let's use splice const does splice return anything? अरे पूछ क्यों रहा मैं यार, पागल हूँ क्या? लेट्स कर लेते हैं, देख लेते हैं स्प्लाइस रिटर्न करता है कि नहीं करता है. const arr is equal to this. देन क्या करना है मुझे? const a is equal to arr डॉट स्प्लाइस मुझे करना है, और स्प्लाइस मुझे करना है 0 1 2. सेकंड इंडेक्स को 1 वैल्यू जानी चाहिए, और सेकंड इंडेक्स में मुझे 5 को डालना है. एंड देन सी ARR को देखें तो ARR 1 to 5, एंड अगर मैं A को देखूं तो A is 3. 3 is something that has been removed, that's amazing, and that's in the form of an array, so it simply returns an array. So I will be calling splice here. So even I can do it like this, the easiest way, that can be ARR dot, and this is going to be the second index, and that's gonna be 6 this time. If I just go and check ARR, that's done as well. So as I have got the index, so let's do one thing, the easiest thing that can be done over here, and that is this dot existing shapes that I have got. I will be using that particular index, and in that index I will be just adding the shapes that I have got, the new shape. Okay, once this thing is done, easy. Once this thing is done, I will be just simply clearing the canvas, this dot clear canvas, and clear canvas will handle everything. What will it do? Clear canvas will simply clear the canvas first of all, and then it will actually what is that called? It will render the things, as simple as that. So let's see whether it's done or not. Room ID is not needed here, so let's get rid of this thing right now. With the help of ID we can easily find that. Let's see. Click, delete, nothing happens. Click, delete, nothing happened. Let's open this network, reload the page, token, click. Okay, as soon as I clicked, अरे बाप रे, शेप गई. ओके, क्लिक में शेप तो जाती है, डिलीट करो फिर. रिक्वेस्ट गई, आई नहीं. Okay, why am I not getting it? Why am I not getting it? Index.ts. If that is shape id request to गई आई कि नहीं देखने देगा WS backend आज मेरी और की शादी अरे भाई उठ जा so many things are here that's crazy I had better restart it so many things I have done PM there let's restart the things मन्ने कोई रखे ना reload it clicked on this delete it okay it's connecting it's not reload and gone yaar wow can't be reached okay connected what is the problem with my oh my god got an error wow something I sent the shape update id was this and this room id what is the problem over here Prisma client request an operation failed because it depends on more records that were required but not found no record were found update how can shape depend on something else let's see empty the database right now let's empty the shapes shapes are empty okay let's check the shapes there are no shapes reload it I have to run it again never mind I am gonna be doing it we will figure it out and we will make it work आज मेरे यार की शादी मैंने कोई रखे ना ओके करेंगे शादी reload it room is still there right okay I mean let's see it token draw a shape done select the shape delete the shape got the request delete and it's not deleted yet reload the page it's gone what about the database it's gone from the database as well any error as such no error so what am I supposed to do let's check the code if shape.delete is this then not this game.ts shape.delete what am I sending from here shape.delete I'm sending here ultimately what I get in response I'm getting shape.delete I have the shape id is correct id never changes so I have to find that with the id right so what is happening here that I got the shape once I got the shape I'm getting this index let's see whether I'm getting the right index or not reload it okay draw the shape right click delete shape id is 02202 let's go here shape 142 142. Index is 0. That is insane. That means shape dot id. Okay, that is right. But I don't want the index. I want the find element. I want to find the element. Okay. Once I found the element, what will I be doing? Okay, I got the index. That's amazing. Index, because that is 0th index. Then I am replacing that. CLG existing shapes. No, I have to remove that. This is delete. This is something wrong I'm doing here. Clear canvas is okay. Once I got the index, I had to remove that, as simple as that. So this dot existing shapes dot splice, and I have the index, and this is the value. Simple. Clear it. That was the thing that I was doing over here. That was mainly for update, but we are deleting it. So let's check this thing out. It's gonna be so fun. You can't believe whatever I built. First of all, we can draw an ellipse over here any time. We can draw a circle over here. We can draw a rectangle over here. We can draw some text over here. Well, we can draw some text over here. We can draw a line over here. We can write hello there. We can write here. We can write multiple lines. Oh, it goes to the top. Amazing. I'll fix it. Don't worry. We can write multiple lines over here, and then it remains here. We can write a single line here. It remains here. It goes to the top initially. I'll fix that. Okay. Then not only this, you can select something that is selected because the color is changed. You can move from here to here. That is still selected, and you can place it here. You can move this text from here to the top, and that is still here. You can move this circle from here to the bottom, that is still here. You can move this, you can move this, you can even move this. Not only this, you can move the line too. So you have moved the line. If you refresh the page, things are where I left them. And not only this is just the beginning, mister. If you right click on anything, you are getting an option to duplicate. You are getting an option to delete. I want to delete it because I haven't implemented the functionality to duplicate. So let's delete it. Gone. It's gone from the database. Like, this is fucking crazy. The way I have written the code, I have brought everything together in one page. That's okay. I will fix it. I'll make them proper components and do it like this. But the most important thing, if you don't like something, I don't like this text, I can right click on that text and I can delete it. It is that simple. Seriously, I never expected this thing from myself. It is so amazing. I can right click on it, I can delete it. I don't like this diagram, I can right click on it and I can delete it. I don't like this circle, I can right click on it and I can delete it. I want it at the top, I can keep it at the top. I don't like this particular thing. That is the crazy stuff, but okay, never mind. I want to make the things on top of each other like this, and then I want to move them. I can move them by selecting them. Such a good project. I don't know whether you like it or not, but this is one of the best projects I've ever made in my life. Seriously, for the first time I made such a project that makes me so happy. I hope you can be happy too. So this thing is done. We can delete anything, like right click, delete. We can't duplicate, but we can definitely delete. And if we click outside, nothing happens. If we click on it, we can delete it. As simple as that. There are few functionalities. What are the functionalities? First of all, when I select it, it is selected. Now when I hover over it, I should be getting an option to make it bigger, to resize it. Same thing happens over here. Same thing happens over here. I'm going to work on their functionality as well. And the second thing is that this text is going there on the top, so I need to figure this thing out. Let's delete everything. It's like right click and delete, such a good thing, seriously. By the way, hi Akash, How are you? I made this like many things have been added here. Like you can add the ellipse, you can add this. By the way, if you watch the video, we'll get that. I can add anything, and then I can add the line. I can add the text, any text, whatever. I can double click and add the text, and then I can move the things here and there. I can keep them anywhere. And not only this, if I don't like them, I can delete them. So if I right click anywhere, nothing happens. If I right click on the element, I am getting two options. Either I can duplicate it or I can delete it. Duplicate logic I haven't written, but I can delete it. And if I delete it, it's gone. If I refresh the page, it never comes back. If I right click, it's gone. If I right click, it's gone. I'm so happy. Hi Zoomy. Your name is Zoomy? Nice name, like nice username. How are you, by the way, Akash? How are you doing? I hope you are here. And the thing is that right now Notion is not working. Right now it's working. Okay, before some time what it was down because repair was going on, so I was unable to access this, but right now I'm able to access it. That's another case. Zoom in. Okay, I have a front end in HTML. I have a front end HTML CSS. I'm creating a new website with Next.js, but I want my front end of HTML CSS to use in Next.js, but in React and Tailwind. Yeah, you can do that, but you will have to convert your CSS into Tailwind CSS, and believe me, that is not difficult. It is really easy, so do it. I mean, CSS and Tailwind CSS, both of them are always like similar, and when you are write normal Tailwind normal CSS, you say like display flex, and on Tailwind CSS you just write flex, something like this. So it's easy, you can do it easily. And if you ever get stuck, so you can just Google like how to write this particular CSS into Tailwind CSS. You will get that, copy and paste. It's all about copy and pasting the thing. Or if you actually want this thing, so you can give the code to AI that will convert your front end to Tailwind CSS. But in this way you will not learn much, so it's better that you just do everything on your own. You will end up learning Tailwind CSS better. Let's continue from here on. We have added many functionalities, and really they are remarkable. Let's delete all this stuff over here. From here, let's delete this, let's delete this, let's leave this room. There is only one problem right now. If I just join any room, if I start writing the text initially, and if I just click outside, the text goes to the left top. This is the bug that I have to fix. I have no idea why this is happening, so I need to make sure that it doesn't happen. There are two errors that I'm getting. Okay, and the second time onward it works fine. So for the first time it is 0 0, and the second time onwards it's great. So let's fix this thing. Why am I getting it? I have no idea. Earlier it was working fine, right now it's not. Let's leave this room, let's join another room, not this one, maybe this one. Let's draw the circle. You are so surprised. No, you should not be. Then let's write some text. Okay, for the first time the text goes to the left, and the second time onwards it remains the same, and I can delete it too, by the way. That's not a big deal. But can I fix this thing issue, this issue? By the way, Akash, good to see you here. How are you doing? I've been just busy with the stuff. Okay, why is this happening? Text, when I select a text, okay, when I'm writing something, that's great, and when the value is getting saved, at that time starting values are that much. Okay, kind of, it's gonna be something that may take some time. What I'm doing here, whenever the pointer up happens, I'm sending the data, I'm creating the shape, and I'm saving the data, sending the data to the DB, and that's getting saved. And mainly it happens with the text, and text is not here. creating the shape, that is okay. Circle, pencil, line, ellipse. Where am I writing text? Text is saved when I click outside, that means inside this canvas. Whenever I handle click, now where is that? It's easy to solve. It's easy to solve over here, and here we are. So what are we doing? We are rendering the element when we are doing this, and then if the input exists, we are saving the value. One problem we are facing over here, and the problem is that the position that we have, that is 0 0 by default. Why is that so? Because the position that I have, that is 0 0 by default, and that is why it's getting saved there. But I want that as soon as I double click, I want to save the position. Am I saving that? Exactly, I'm doing that. I'm setting the position, and when I'm setting the position, so I should not face the issue, but okay, I'm facing the issue, so that's okay, I will figure it out. As soon as I double clicked on the screen, let's empty the database right now. Empty the database, and let's empty it too. I double clicked somewhere, I'm writing something, it stays here, but there, okay, it's like that. When I click the text and when I'm writing something, it goes there. That means when I'm clicking, at that time I have to save the position. Let me see whether I'm doing that or not. When I'm clicking, at that time I have to save the position, set the position. I'm not doing that, and that is why I'm getting this error. So what do I have to do? Nothing much, just over here, set the position, set a position, and this is gonna be position. Ultimately I'll be restructuring it. Tell me how many hours pending coding. अरे pending coding का पता नहीं लगे रहते हैं. It's like just a minute, but can't find position. Okay, I'll figure it out. Tell me how many hours pending coding. मतलब क्या? इसमें तो मैं बहुत टाइम देना चाहता हूँ actually. Like right now I'm trying to make this. जितना सोच सकते हो ना कि ये हो सकता है किसी इसके अंदर, लाइक अगर Excalidraw को भी देखें तो these are the things right here, इतने सारे फीचर्स हैं. I will try my level best to add all the features. Now think कितना समय लग सकता है मुझे तो पता नहीं. Even जो background changing colors हैं, I should be able to change the background. So my goal is to just make it the best way possible. The thing is that tell me how many years spending on coding. Okay, you are asking this. 2 years तो हो ही गए, 2 years से ज़्यादा ही हो गए होंगे. But the thing is that पहले सीखा मैंने, फिर 2-3 महीने के लिए छोड़ दिया, फिर सीखा, फिर छोड़ दिया, फिर सीखा, फिर छोड़ दिया. 1 साल से, या तो 1 साल भी छोड़ो, हाँ 1 year से लगातार कोडिंग कर रहा. एंड उसमें भी डेली टाइम नहीं दे पाता था, बट अल्टीमेटली लगा था. अभी समय ऐसा है कि पूरा दिन है, तैयार भी है कोडिंग करने के लिए, तब तो लगे हैं सर. अब कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, अब तो पूरा दिन लगे रहेंगे हम. तो अल्टीमेटली गोल क्या है इसको बनाने का, कि अगर मैं Excalidraw का क्लोन बना रहा हूँ तो मैं पूरा बनाऊंगा. पूरा इन द सेंस पता नहीं कितना समय लगेगा, कितना सीखना पड़ेगा, आई हैव नो आइडिया. बट सबसे पहले बेसिक फीचर्स ऐड कर लो, सारा का सारा ये हो गया. उसके बाद ये जो सारे के सारे फीचर्स हैं ना, इसको ट्राई करूँगा बनाने का. मतलब रीसेट कैनवास एंड भाई सारा का सारा कलर्स हो गए, थीम चेंज कर सकते हैं. अगर आप किसी शेप को ड्रॉ किए हो, देन यू आर एबल टू ऐड द कलर इन ऑल. सो बनाने को किसी ने बनाया होगा तो हम भी बनाएंगे, और क्या. It's gonna be like that. It's not like things are easy. I got stuck many times. Then I took the help of AI, especially with physics formulas. I don't know how physics formulas work, so I had to take the help of AI to learn the things. But it is great. It gives me satisfaction. So this is the basic project. Then after this, I will exactly create the clone of Excalidraw. This is just a kind of version 1. Okay. By the way, I think this problem is solved. Let's delete everything. Once everything is deleted, let's see. If I say hi there, how are you doing, does this stay here? Oh, there's a problem. Let's see, let's try it again. Hi there, There is a problem now. Okay, let's click on this, and now I should be, what the hell, I'm still able to edit it. That means it's not going away. Sorry. Okay, this position is causing me the problem. So this should be just position. Right now should be happy. Okay. The error should be resolved right now. Let's reload the page. There is nothing right now. अच्छा, okay, अच्छा है, समझ गए. Otherwise I'd tell me how many years. Okay, sorry. So शुरू में ना मैं थोड़ा गलत समझ गया था. मतलब pending means what? But never mind. Hi Akash. How are you doing? Hope you are doing great. Something like this. If I just click outside, it's here, and now I can click on it, and once I clicked on it and the color is that grayish type something, greenish type something, that means it is selected. When it is selected, I can move it here and there. By the way, later I will work on resizing the thing as well. I have a plan so that I can resize the text. I cannot resize the text. I have a plan of editing the text. That is also not possible right now, but I will be doing this. But I can delete it. If I right click on it, and I can either duplicate it, again I have to work on this functionality. I can delete from here, but I don't want to delete because this is a good message. So let's do one thing, and if I click this thing, then it is selected. If I click outside, this is not selected, and I can draw more and more shapes for that sake. And now even if that shape is in the middle, if I click on the shape, only that shape will be selected. It's not like circle will be selected or ellipse will be selected. If I click over that shape, only that shape will be selected. After clicking on that shape, I can just move it here. If I click on the ellipse, only ellipse will be selected. It's not like rectangle is going to be selected, and then I can move the rectangle here there. By the way, I can delete it because it's too big, and I can keep it here. It's something like that. And there can be so many things, right? You can add emojis, you can add images, you can add emojis. One more thing, you can add zoom in, zoom out functionality, and you can add a delete functionality where there is a pen type something, and as soon as that moves, you are just deleting the things. There's so much. And the best thing is that in this project you are handling the things related to HTTP as well. So HTTP server is being used and WS server is being used. So you are using WebSocket, you are using HTTP. So ultimately both the things are being handled at the same time. I like that. That is why I like it the most. So this is all. Now is there anything that I can do? That was it actually today. Now I will be working on it tomorrow, and I will be working on some more functionalities. The goal is to give at least 6 hours every day to working to the projects, and the remaining time I will be just spending learning the stuff. Okay, this thing I like the most. Like I never thought I would be able to make it, but this was really easy to make, the ellipse thing. And not only, oh, one more thing, there's something wrong with the ellipse. Like if you select a circle, select automatically gets selected. What are you doing? I'm working on the project like Excalidraw. This is simple board, right, where you can just draw the thing, something like that. What are you doing? Are you talking about my study? And but when I select this ellipse, it is just ellipse is selected. That means this does not get selected by default. Why is this happening? I need to figure it out. Ellipse. Let's go to top bar. This is the top bar. Over here at last I'm selecting ellipse. Okay, once I'm selecting the ellipse, what I'm doing, select a tool is ellipse. That's great. Select a tool is ellipse. As soon as I have drawn the ellipse, that means when mouse up happens, I want to select that by default. Okay, that can be done via game. So over here, when pointer up happens, looks like you are giving geometry classes. This is not geometry classes, rather this is the demo of the application that I have made. This is the application I have made, so that is why I was just showing the features of it. No, when you make something that makes you happy, so you want to talk about that more and more. So that is what I'm doing. Excuse me for that. By the way, whenever this particular thing happens and I draw the ellipse, when I draw the line at that time what I'm doing that. Okay, okay, this thing is also done. At last I'm setting it to select. One more condition I will have over here, and that is if selected tool triple equals to ellipse. In that case also set it to select. Right now it should work the way I want it to work. Let's reload the page and delete everything. First of all, delete. The good thing is that sorry, I deleted that. The good thing is that now I can delete whatever I want. Earlier I used to delete everything from my database. Now I can do everything here. And what I wanted to do, yeah, I selected ellipse. Right now I'm drawing it, and as soon as I left it, select got automatically selected. Now I cannot do anything, and I can of course move it and all. That's up to me. And if the color is greenish, that means that is selected. If I click outside, that means right now it's not selected. If I click on it and right click, even if I just directly right click, I will get this model, and if I click outside, I will not get the model. So this was all that I've been working. What kind of application? Simple board, right? The way you have Excalidraw. This is the application where you can draw something, you can write something, you can draw. Even I can draw something. Let me make a drawing for you, and after that I will end this live. This is drawing time. Like this is the application you have. Over here you can explain the things, right? Just a sec. Okay, so this is the application where you can make a line, where you can write something like this, where you can draw a shape, where you can draw a circle, and then you can explain everything. And you can even write. Similarly, this is the application where I can draw something, I can draw a circle, I can draw a rectangle, whatever. Let's forget about these things. And not only these, suppose you are a teacher, okay, let's delete all these things. You are a teacher, you are explaining the things, and you are telling your students, so hello students, today I am going to teach you tenses. Okay, so अरे यार ये फिर से ऊपर चला गया, मैंने फिक्स किया था ना, सॉरी. इसको फिक्स करना पड़ेगा. Reload the page. Okay, it works great. Text, it goes there. जब भी मैं टेक्स्ट के ऊपर क्लिक करता हूँ, whenever I click on the text and then I start writing, that means when I click handle, just click, that appears canvas, handle click, handle click. What am I doing? I'm getting the I'm setting the position, and once I'm setting the position, then I'm going on, then selected tool is text. No, when I should click at that time, nothing should happen. When text is equal to, it's equal to text, at that time set input visible true, and set position. Even before that, set position over here, and if input dot current is not equals to null, render the element. Even this is not needed if I'm not wrong. Let's remove this part, it will work directly. Render the element, and then select. Okay, that's great. I have to check what are the coordinates right now. Position. Let's see. Let's fix this last bug, and then I will call it a day, at least for this project. And I'll have to remove everything from my database. I don't need to do that. Yeah, it works that way. Reload the page, and let's write something. I got 210 and 245, but the value that got saved inside in my database, that was 00. Okay, why is this happening? I need to figure out. By the way, once this got done, oh, selected text, then select text, then input value will run. I am getting the position. What is the value of the position when I am actually sending the data? CLG position. While sending the data, something like this. reload the page. One more thing, this thing console.log. Okay, let's write something. Let's click outside. It's still here to 55. So what was the problem initially? Let's input the database, go on everything, reload the page, write something, it goes there. Okay, initially that is 0 0. When I'm right clicking, the value of position doesn't get saved. Wow. That is 0 0 0 0 0 0. Initially everything is 0 0. That means position is not changing here. Set position, this does not work. What can I do? Sorry, really sorry. What a fool I am. This is insane. Const pose is equal to get position, give it the input, then pos. Now what is the problem? It may not exist. So if not position, return happy, and now the problem should be resolved. Reload the page, delete the data from the database, like from here, then reload the page. Right now if you select this, write something, then select outside, and it is still here. Right now even I'm getting the right coordinates. What was happening? I wasn't setting the position, I was setting the position the wrong way. That is why I was facing the issue. Let's do one thing, let's remove this thing from here, the console.log line that I had, and it should be fine. So ultimately our whole application is ready. The whole application, like, we have resolved all the bugs. And if I just delete something over here from here, and then if I just get the text, hi there, let's correct it, hi there, click outside, this thing is done. Let's move it here, and if I just select this, it's time to learn Docker and something, and let's keep it here. And Docker is like a container. And then I have a rectangle over here, I have an ellipse over here, I have a pencil over here, okay, I have a line over here, and done. Then I can delete the things. I can select it, it looks like this, and then I can delete it from here. I can delete this, 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 and lastly this, and I can exit the row. That was it, everybody. Now it's time to learn something new or the other. We have worked on the project enough. Thank you very much. Now I'm gonna be catching up soon, maybe after 10 to 20 minutes, maybe after 10, maybe after 20, but I will be back really soon. And then I will start learning about Docker. There we have to learn how to deploy a turbo repo project, or any project to a EC2 instance of AWS. We have to learn a lot, we have to do a lot. It will keep going on. It's fun, that is why. Okay, take care. I'm gonna be catching up soon. Bye bye.